Blue Origin just got valued in $130 billion without ever going public. Good day everyone, welcome to the video of the day. Jeff Bezos Rocket company just got valued at $130 billion. No IPO, no stock ticker, no public trading. Here's how a company gets valued that high without ever selling a single share to the public, and why it matters more than you think. Let's start. So Jeff Bezos Blue Origin is raising about $10 billion in its first outside funding round, a round that values the rocket company at $130 billion. Until now, Blue Origin has been funded almost entirely by Bezos himself, reportedly selling around $1 billion of Amazon stock over a year to fund it. This is the first time outside investors are being let in. So, how a private company gets value? Let's discuss on it. Here's the part most people don't think about. How do you put $130 billion price tag on a company that's never sold a public share? So investors negotiate a price based on how much of the company they are buying for how much money. If someone pays 10 billion for roughly 7 to 8% of the company, that math simplifies the whole company is worth around $130 billion, even though 92% of it still isn't for sale to anyone. This is completely different from an IPO, where a company lists shares that anyone can buy or sell daily. A private valuation like this is more like a snapshot. It's real, but it's illiquid. You can't just log into an app and buy a piece of it. So the main part is why this matters for everyone. So this puts like Blue Origin in the same conversation as SpaceX, which itself has been valued well into the hundreds of billions in private markets and just joined the Nasdaq 100 this week through a different structure. The space industry is quietly becoming one of the biggest private wealth stories of the decade. Multiple companies worth more than the most public S&P 500 members, and almost none of that value is accessible to everyday investors. So that's the tension. The space economy is exploding, but the biggest winners so far are largely locked behind private markets. Only the ultra wealthy or institutional investors can access. Now, the investment angle for you. The practical angle is like you likely can't invest directly in the Blue Origin. What you can do is watch for publicly traded companies exposed to the same trend. Satellite companies, launch service providers, and aerospace suppliers that do trade on public markets. The private mega valuations like this are often an early signal for where an entire sector is heading, even before you can invest in the specific company driving the headline. So, to conclude, it can be said that $130 billion, zero public shares, one of the biggest private valuations in the world right now. The space economy is getting bigger, and most of it is still invisible to regular investors. To know like this thing in the market, you need to subscribe the channel. Also, make sure to like the video, share it with your friends, family, colleagues too. Welcome to Money Brief. Let's grow together.